much for Kinsie, Damon!
Well, hello! How's everybody doing?
Yeah!
All right. Ready to party, huh? Woohoo! Saturday night. That's up. My voice is cracking. What's up? Am I going through puberty? That's weird. So, as a host, my job is to get you guys all warmed up, you know, primed and prepped and ready for the big show. You know, like, if I wasn't born, I'd be the fluffer. I wasn't born, I would be broke. When I started doing comedy, they told me never to wear white on stage because it makes you look bigger. I'm wearing 2 layers tonight, so it's like Kinsie double D Damon, you know. They're all getting in my way, man. My back's starting to hurt. It's awful. So I live out in Yerington, and I don't expect anyone to know where that is. It's far, in the middle of nowhere, and so it's a long, boring drive to get here, and I stopped to get gas, and right next to the cash register, they had a box of female pleasure pills. And it wasn't a truck stop, so I kind of get it, but I was like, what? Female, with all the pills and the lotions and the potions that they're having out now, like, if I have to have a toolbox to sleep with you, I'm probably just going to sleep with someone else, because it's just not worth it. It's just gotten way out of hand. It's just ridiculous. So I bought them, and I took them, and I realized gas mileage isn't as good when you drive on the rumble strip the whole time. I was like, oh yeah. And for the first time in my life, I was so glad that I was following that guy that was going like 80, 50, 80, 50. Because it kept it exciting. It was like, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Slow down, slow down, slow down. It's awesome. I just kept singing, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Like, I left Tuesday to get here. I just kept going back and forth. You know, like, these jeans did not look like this when I left the house. We'll just say that. But my car didn't like it, apparently, because I got to, see, out in Yerington, we don't have stoplights. But we did get a red flashing light recently. And the whole town was just like, just keeps going. Look at that. Hey, Bob, are you seeing this? Oh, wow. One asshole sat there and waited for it to turn green. It's not how it works. You can put instructions out there for you. But I know how they work, you know, so I got here and the light turned green and my car was like, nope. And the guy behind me would not stop blowing his horn. So I got out and I walked over to him. We were like, and I'm like, look, fucker, I'll make you a deal. I'll sit back here and blow your horn and you get my car started. I almost got arrested. Apparently, look, fucker's not a good thing to say to a cop, so just let you guys know. It's a public service announcement. I do what I can. You're welcome. I don't have good luck with cars, so I drove my dad down to LA, a little father-daughter time, you know. Found out LA, worst place to be a crappy driver. I wasn't on the freeway 10 minutes before I got a gun pulled on me. I didn't even know my dad had a gun. And so I peed a little bit, but then it was like, wait a minute, it's my dad. You know, flesh and blood, he's not gonna shoot me. He's gonna be way too stoned to figure out how to use it. He smoked pot easy 50 years of his life. I mean, that's being very generous. Every voicemail I got was, hey Kinsie, before I forget. Damn it. You gotta take better notes, Dad. But he was always very supportive of me. You know, he always told me I was pretty. Usually it's after I said something stupid. Like, I want to go to London and England. It's like, oh, you're so pretty. Thanks, Dad. Now when people tell me I'm pretty, I'm like, you're an idiot. told him I was volunteering at the local cat house. And I'm like, no, it's an actual cat house. It's a cat shelter, but they call it, you know, a cat house. And he's like, oh, thank God. I was like, yeah. It's like, because that volunteering shit. That's the issue you had with it? That I was volunteering? Not the fact that I was, okay, good to know. Good to know where we stand. That's awesome. He was funny. Towards the end of his life, he started saying just the weirdest stuff. Like, he's like, I'm so mad I could fart a fox. What? Like, first of all, who gets mad and farts? And secondly, a fox? Like, out of all, like, I don't, and thank God that that couldn't happen, because he would get arrested for animal hoarding, because that guy was always pissed. Oh, he'd like walk outside and it'd be snowing, he'd be like, fucking Obama. What? So I was over at his house and I heard knock at the door, you know, he's getting new internet service. The guy had the stuff in his hand and he's like, I wouldn't have that up my ass if I had room for a sawmill. Wait, he's not telling you to put the internet thing there? First of all, in a sawmill? Where does that come from? Why do you, Dad. And then the guy was like, oh, don't worry about it, because I'm used to dealing with senile people. Excuse me? He's not senile. He's fucking loaded. Big difference. I just broke up with my boyfriend recently. He told me he wanted me to be more spontaneous. No, and I was like, all right, when? And he was like, surprise me, so I fucked his brother. Surprise. Is that not what you meant? Is that, you should be a little more specific. I tried everything with him, though, to impress him. I tried to talk her dirty. I was gonna say, who's your mama? So I got the courage, and I worked up to it, you know, and the moment was right. We locked eyes, and I was like, hey, baby. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, who? Where's your mama? I'm sorry, did you just say, who, where's your llama? Yep, that's what I said, big boy. Meow. And I had like no idea how to get out of it, so I just farted. If you're ever in a situation and you're like, I can't get out of this, there's no way, wrong, just do that. Like, shit changes, like, it gets real after that, like, and it's great because you don't have to worry about them pesky phone calls the next day, you know, forever. I call it the rip and bail. You just rip and bail, you just get. I'm gonna have t-shirts made, a little stick figure, and it's gonna have like a poof of smoke. Let's see, rip and bail. KinsieDamon.com. I don't have a website yet, but when I do, that's what it's gonna say. It's like there. Or I might stitch it on a pillow. I don't know. There's just endless opportunities there. Bumper stickers, you know. Rip and bail, what? And I recently, I couldn't decide if I wanted to cut bangs or not, so I just set myself on fire. I was, not on purpose, I was like lighting a pilot light, and the heater, like the flame part, went like that long, and it got me, and I was on this side, and it was just the orange fire, and I was like, and I was laying on the ground, convinced that like I had no eyebrows, that my hair was gone. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna design my new face? What am I gonna? I was like terrified. I even burnt the little nose hairs. So when I went home to shower, I like tried to wash them out, put soap up there because it stunk. And then I'm like, shit, now what do I do? I went back to work. Every time I sneezed, bubbles would come out. It's like, very traumatic. Every time I go to light a cigarette, I stop, drop, and roll. It's like, fire. So my friends and I, it was a stress reliever. You know, we all went out the other night. It was a big group of us. It was myself, Thelma and Louise, the three amigos, Dumber and Dumber, a girl who's always pissed off, but don't worry, she's totally clueless about it. Went out for a night at the Roxbury, and looking to, you know, for a few good men, good beer fest. Right away we walked in and there's a giant entourage and there's this guy in the middle, he's an anchorman apparently, he's a big deal, and then they had this hot guy named Jason Bourne, and then they had this girl like bopping around, and I was like, what's with that? And they're like, that's Debbie, she does Dallas cheerleading. And so Jason asked me to leave with him, and I was like, that's a pretty indecent proposal, but I'm a single white female, and even though my basic instinct was to say no, I was like, yeah, I'll go to your lake house near Fargo. So we go to leave, and there's this big explosion, and we're like, oh my god, Mars attacks, and we're like, no, it's Star Wars, and apparently just some Transformers blew. So we go to walk across the street, and there's this big puddle, and my friend walked through it first, and I was like, is it shallow, Hal? And he was like, no, but it's rocky. Then out of nowhere pulls up this van, wilder than I'd ever seen, total bad boys, and they're like, hey, pretty woman. I was like, that's a Mission Impossible. And he's like, bring it on. I was like, oh, it's already been more rotten. And then all of a sudden we're surrounded by SWAT, and come to think of it, they did look like the usual suspects, especially the guy with the scar face. But Jason was so hot, I just asked the cop if I could just have one long kiss goodnight. He was a super trooper, so he said yes, and we kissed, and I was gone with the wind and went home alone.